Hey everyone, so today we thought we'd do a quick update for you guys and kind of show you what's going on and everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here on the homestead.
These two are Nutmeg's babies that she had in the beginning of the year.
The little black and white one is the one that was rejected. We came out every day to feed, and he's doing really good.
He started getting all this brown in his fur down here.
Yeah,
like
got some pretty markings going on there.
This is the tamest Nutmeg look-alike I think we've ever had, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, all the goats we've had this year are really, really tame. Miley's been taking care of them a lot. She's been doing a really, really good job.
I mean, I just went out every day with him because I had to feed him and I'd just play around with him. Like, he'd get feisty a little bit and he'd get on his back hooves and push me. And I'd take my hand to just push up against him too. Just play with him. This one is my baby out of all of them. He's always coming up to me and jumping on me.
You just love him.
These three are Sweet Pea's babies she had, I think back in June, wasn't it?
I think it was June, maybe. I can't remember for sure.
This one is Molly, the plain brown one. The one I just had right here, that one's Zolly. And then this one's Wally. They all have a different thing they like doing. Molly, she likes chewing on your clothes. She's the one that chews on your clothes the most. Come here. Zolly, what he likes doing is jumping on me and trying to get my hair. Wally, he likes trying to get my hair too, but he doesn't like jumping on me.
So Miley's been having a lot of fun, taking care of them every day. Okay, so what next?
The baby chicks. We have several different litters. A litter of chicks? That just sounds so weird to me. It's like rabbits or cats. I guess. What would it be called? I have no clue. A clutch.
A clutch, no, that's it.
A clutch of chicks. Clutch of rabbits. Okay.
So this year, throughout the season, we kept losing hens. We thought that they were getting eaten by coyotes or other predators, and so, you know, one by one they would just disappear. And well, over time we found out that they were actually setting on eggs. And one by one they would come out with chicks following them. So throughout the whole season, we've had a lot of new chicks around here.
Our first clutch of chicks was Nadine.
As Nadine disappeared and was gone for a while, and we were really, really sad because we thought that something had happened to her. And then it was on Brooke's birthday, June 7th, Miley had went out to check Sweet Pea to see if she'd had her babies yet. When she went out there, she found out something really exciting.
Nadine had 7 little babies following her. One right there.
Yep, right there. They're laying right there. They're almost full grown now. So anyway, we rounded them all up, and we were so happy that Nadine was still living, and we were so excited that she actually had hatched out some because she'd been trying for a very long time. And so we put them in the chicken tractor. We had them in there, and then a few days later, another hen came out. This is one of the chicks right there. And it was some random chicken. We don't even know which one it was now.
She's been lost in this.
Yeah, she's one of these in this.
She's alive, but we don't know which one.
Yeah.
I think she was a black one with gold on her.
So anyway, she hatched out 3, so we had both of our chicken tractors full with chicks. And then a few weeks later, that speckled Sussex, she came out with 5 chicks. And so we didn't have a chicken tractor for her, but she was actually sitting on a nest in this area right here, which it looks like a horrible mess. We had chicken wire around it from last year because we had pumpkins in there, I think, and we were keeping the turkeys and them out. And so anyway, she hatched them in there, and so we thought, well, you know, that can protect them pretty good. And so they lived in there throughout the summer, and it wasn't until they got a little bit older and got out of there that something happened to all of them but one. Oh dear, you guys. Whoa, that about hit me.
It's not fall unless you have a sunflower sword fight. Ah!
Looks like Dylan won that one.
I even have the shorter sword.
So then that brings us over to some more chicks that we had. Just recently, we had 2 more hens come out with more chicks. We have them right in here. It's one of our turkins.
2 chickens and 2 of a random other breed.
But they were just so cute when they were little. They're still cute now. They were just so fluffy. Adorable. Which brings us to the last hen, which the kids call One-Eyed Sue.
It's a sassy sister.
Yeah.
It's the sassy sister, but she's just blind in one eye, so we call her the One-Eyed Sue.
One-Eyed Sue. If you watch our channel, you know that we have one chicken that we call named Sassy Sue.
Sassy Sue.
She's no longer with us. Something happened to her, unfortunately.
She went missing a while back.
Who knows? She could come out with some chicks sometime. But anyway,
chickens.
She's been missing for too long.
Sadly, we think that something really happened to her. But anyway, she was like one of our favorites because
she'd peck her knees out if we didn't feed her scratch.
yeah, she was really bossy and everything. We called her Sassy Sue, and then there was 2 more just like her that were speckled Sussex. So we call them
Sassy sisters.
the Sassy Sisters. So now we have 2 Sassy Sisters instead of 3.
The other sassy sisters were pretty sassy too.
Yeah. We have her running around in this pen, and her chicks are right there. They're a little bit bigger. And then there she is. So anyway, with everything that's been going on, it's been really challenging this year to keep everything trimmed up and looking nice around here. We've had a lot of rain, and so the weeds have overtaken everything. But it's been kind of a good thing because those weeds have been shelter for the chickens and stuff. So anyway, we still pretty much have all the rabbits that we had a while back.
Should we tell a story of the missing Dory baby?
Have you found it?
No. Yeah. I found it, but then it went missing again.
It's still missing.
And it's still missing.
And we have a missing rabbit right now.
Should we tell a story about that?
Who knows? It'll probably come out of the bushes with 5 little bunnies following
No,
it.
it was a buck.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a buck mom.
Oh, it'll still happen. Our luck around here this year, it will.
Yeah, the way this year is, it'll happen. Okay, so what's the story?
So was it Labor Day weekend? I think it was. The first day I got back to doing chores, he wasn't in the cage anymore. So I asked Phoebe about it. She didn't know anything, so he went missing. A couple days later, I saw him sitting right in front of the rabbit coop, and I picked him up. He was really easy to catch. He was just more hard to hold on to. And then I put him back in the pen. Next day, he was gone again. So I'm thinking he could have died and I saw his ghost and he just wanted to be back with his brothers.
That's a creepy story, Miley. I wasn't expecting that story. Yeah, that's creepy.
But it's weird because he was gone. The cage was locked.
Uh-huh. That is creepy. Who knows?
Mystery rabbit. So if you see a missing rabbit that looks about like him, that might be him.
Yeah. If you see one hopping in the background, it could be this ghost, right?
Yeah. Imagine if he is hopping around in the background. This is his look-alike.
So
He just had a little less brown than him.
His name's Kip.
Kip.
So, still adorable as ever.
yeah, still adorable. Anyway, the kids had big plans to go to rabbit shows and show the rabbits this year, and unfortunately that just never panned out because of the COVID and everything going on with that. So we have a lot of rabbits and we're needing to really downsize because of our situation and everything right now. So we're probably going to be taking a lot of them to the auction. We're trying to sell them and everything. So now on to the garden. The garden is a disaster, I'll tell you that. It's like there just hasn't been the time this year with everything that we've been going through to even do anything with it. It got really out of hand, and so we've been saying that our garden describes the year 2020 perfectly.
A complete disaster.
Yes.
Have to be optimistic.
Yeah, we do. There's like a little patch of heaven in here. We just have to look past all of the mess and turmoil, which is just about like this year. You have to be very optimistic. Let's go this way towards the little patch of heaven. Over here we have some of the more beautiful tomatoes that I've ever grown. I've actually gotten to can some, which makes me really, really happy because I figured this year was going to be pretty much a flop in that area. But I've canned one batch and we got a lot more coming on. And so, oh gosh.
The giant ass grasshopper.
Anyway.
And a rotten tomato.
Yes. You guys, I swear. Okay, so I guess...
Legs!
Go feed it to the chicken.
Animal cruelty.
Okay, go feed it to the chicken. That's disgusting. So basically what the deal is back in the spring when it was time to put out the garden, I kind of knew what this year was going to be like for us. And so I decided that I probably shouldn't put out a garden because I was working full time and I really didn't think that I could get everything done. And then COVID hit. And it was right during garden plant season, and my work hours were cut in half, and so that allowed me to have time to put in the garden. And so I thought, you know, maybe there is hope for a garden after all this year. So I planted the tomatoes, and then we planted some potatoes, and we planted some onions, and I don't know, one of our videos we did on the container gardens, and we made some of them and we planted them and everything. Miley was doing a super good job of taking care of it, and she was watering it, and everything was growing great. But unfortunately the weeds just kind of took over. I came out here with a weed eater several times to try to chop them down, but unfortunately we were, you know, in the process of cleaning out our house, and we were downsizing our stuff, and that was taking up the majority of our weekends. And between that and the weather and just various obstacles throughout the whole entire season, I never got a chance to get out here and mulch. I'd get it weed-eated down, and then by the time I got here to mulch, it would be grown up again. But luckily, one thing we did was we came out here with black plastic one weekend, and we put it over all the weeds out here, and we managed to keep the weeds down from our tomatoes, so that way we would at least have tomatoes. So I'm grateful for that, and I just think that this whole garden is a perfect example of what 2020 is like. You know, it's just...
Sometimes you have to look really deep to find the tomatoes in your life, but, you know, they're there.
Yep, they're there.
They're there.
So that's basically, I guess, a good lesson for all of us right now.
I found this log house for sale on Facebook. It was, I bought it for $50. They had particle board on the outside of it. It was like really old. I mean, it was really weathered, you know. So I took it and I put siding on it to help protect the particle board, and I repainted it. So
the top lifts up.
it lifts up. I know.
It takes like a lot of people to lift it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's super heavy, and then inside they've insulated all the walls and everything, so it's really nice.
There's even like a wall in the middle, so the dog can come in here and get away from the weather too. So I think she likes it.
Mom!
What?
You'll never believe what I just found.
What'd you find?
Little bunny.
You found the bunny! And it's not a ghost.
We were in the garden finding grasshoppers. He was just... I'm holding him like this because I don't want him to scratch up my shirt. I would hold him like normal, but...
Those aren't. I thought they
Yay!
were.
I'm so happy you found him. I wonder how he keeps escaping.
I don't know.
It's a mystery. I think it happens when you feed him. I think when you don't latch his door and you go get food, and when you come back, he jumps out and you don't notice it. Maybe. A cute little face. Ooh, look at that cute little face. It's adorbs. So if anybody is in the area of Kansas, South Central Kansas, and is interested in a Holden Lot bunny, super sweet, tame, cuddly, adorable little bunnies.
You could buy this one if you wanted to.
Yeah, this one is for sale.
Yeah. The one Phoebe was holding earlier when we were telling the story about him, we are keeping that one.
Oh.
But the other two, this one and the other one we are selling. He was eating tomatoes.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably who's been eating big chunks out of my tomatoes.
Here's something that doesn't cost any money. It's free entertainment. Let's toss a grasshopper in that pen over there.
Oh, we did.
It's so vicious. The same black one came and stole it.
So the mystery of the escaping rabbit has been solved, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a hole in the corner of it, and he's been going through there. Right there. You can see. He is right there.
Ah, little brat.
There's never a dull moment on the homestead.